Welcome one and all to a new F1 2020 video, and we're here at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City, and we're comparing two very different laps. A new series on the channel. It is a wet lap versus a lap on 100% tyres. Making our way down towards turn one. It was one of the longest runs on the calendar down towards that first corner, and braking very hard now and getting the car under control was very difficult in both scenarios. Those tyres at the bottom screeching as they make their way through the first couple of corners. Of course, it's very slidey and wet conditions as well on the full wet tyres indeed. And then coming up to the end of the first sector, pretty much nip and tuck at the moment, now getting to this very technical stadium-like section. Of course, not the actual stadium part, and I think the wet lap, well, pretty much on par with the dry at the moment, up towards turn 6 now, that double apex corner. And they're making our way into the heart of this middle sector. Of course, very high downforce part, high speed, quick change of directions. I wanted to try and take as much curb sort of as possible and try and carry the speed. And it's really important in the wet and, well, with that tyre wear, to make sure you're nice and stable and see the dry tyres starting to have that advantage through this middle section. Now down towards the Ferrosol Stadium, coming in now through turn number 12 and down to this very tricky turn 13. So easy in both scenarios just to go that way too deep, understeer through it, but we managed to get under control that time around. And see that dry lap is just a little bit ahead now as we make our way onto the Pelotada and round the final corner towards the line. And the wet lap will give us a 1 minute 26.6, and it's a 127.5 in the wet. So I've got them going around. 126.6 in the dry on the 100%, and 127.5 on the wet tyres. And now we've got the whole lap in its entirety on the 100% tyres. We set up a unranked lobby, do a bit of practice, and I ended up just taking these soft tyres to lap 26, as you can see. But here's the lap you just watched in its full entirety. Of course, the 17.8 at the top right is one of the first couple of laps in the stint. And I hope everyone has enjoyed this different kind of video. Recommend some tracks we can try out, see maybe if the wet setup can come out on top anywhere in particular. Maybe somewhere like, a really high downforce potentially, or maybe someone like, Azerbaijan or Monaco. We'll have to see. Recommend tracks down in the comments and I'll do them next, because I've got a league race here tonight, so make sure you watch that as well. 7 o'clock here on the channel, we'll be live streaming round number 11 of the RLH C3 Championship, Season 7 as well. We'll see everybody later in the day for that. Hope everyone has a good day as well.